Hi, I'm Elliott. Welcome to another episode of I Don't Give a Fuck, I Don't Know Why. So, I was kind of having a thought this morning, because, it's Father's Day and all, and by the way, happy Father's Day to all you other dads out there. There's something strange in our culture. So, you'll on one hand hear the idea of what it means to be a father is you sacrifice all your time, you go to work, you don't get to see your kids, you don't get to spend time with your family, it's a thankless job, all of these things. And on the other hand, people complain about the fact that there's a lot of other deadbeat dads out there. And in reality, maybe it's like 50-50 here. Maybe there's like this culture we've created that we're not appreciating dads. Maybe there's this culture where we're not really glorifying the position as much as we should be. I mean, one of the simplest ways to look at it, if you go out on Mother's Day, say you didn't have a reservation, you're going to wait hours for your food. Father's Day, go anywhere you want to eat. It don't matter. You ain't got to call nobody ahead. That should tell you enough right there. Literally, I think a lot of it is because us dads are remembering to celebrate moms. And I think moms forget to properly celebrate dads. But moms will be the first ones to complain about us dads. Now, in my house, it's not so bad. They actually treat me pretty well. I'm really happy about my partners and my kids. I'm really happy with my life. But I do know a lot of dads out there that don't get appreciated. So I think maybe how we change this culture and these things, maybe dads will want to stick around more if it's not a thankless job. If making sure all the bills get paid, making sure everyone's fed, making sure everyone has everything they need, making sure everyone's protected, making sure they're ready for catastrophes and disasters and things that normal people don't plan for. Maybe we should be appreciating us dads a little more. I mean, without us, there wouldn't be any kids. There wouldn't be any moms. I know you make the argument you can't have one without the other, moms and dads and all that. But I like the analogy, if you got an oven but no batter to put it in, you can't cook it. We provide at least half of the genetic material, but we get at most a quarter of the respect. Super Bowls, people when they win, achievements. I'd like to thank my mom. I'd like to thank God. Really? Was it your mom out there when you were a little kid throwing the ball around with you? Maybe in some people's instances, but most people I know, it was their dads. It was their dads who taught them how to play sports. It was their dads who put in the time to make them elite athletes. Do dads get the thanks? No, we don't. We just get forgotten. And that's kind of sad. Some other cultures take it a little too far, elevating men above other people and this and that. I'm just saying that maybe one day a year we could actually get treated like kings. Maybe. Just celebrate our differences. The things that make us manly, strong. Things that make us able to do the things we have to do. It'd be really nice, but it doesn't seem to happen. I'm hoping that changes eventually. I really am. God. I mean, there's so many sexist things when it comes about being a dad. Like, let's just forget the whole abortion debate. And I don't mean forget it as in like it doesn't matter. I want to frame what I'm going to say next. So, whether you believe abortion is right or wrong, I can tell you with absolute certainty, man gets no say in it. That's half his baby. Man gets no say in what happens to that child. And it makes no sense. If I took something priceless or expensive over to your house and I left it in your house and you knew it was there and it got damaged, you are responsible for that damage if you caused it. So these mothers who are aborting babies because it's their body, their choice, they're killing half of our stuff. And we're not receiving any compensation for their choice. Now, that's fine that choices exist. But they also have consequences. So if you want the right to be able to kill my baby, you should probably have to pay some compensation to me for it. Because I'm not cool with that. I don't know actually a lot of dads who don't like abortion at all. Most guys are pro-life. It's kind of strange when you really think about it. So maybe if we change cultures to include dads a little more, give us more say and choices in our kids' lives. You know, when it came to divorce, maybe children didn't just go de facto with the mother. Maybe children should go with the one most able to provide a good life. I mean, if you look at child support, it's the current way our system's set up is actually creating a lot of welfare dependent people. So what do I mean by that? So I pay over $600 a month in child support to my 2 kids in California. I still raise my kids up here. I could easily feed those kids, have places for them to stay in my current house for way less than $600 a month. So their mom is not only taking $600 a month out of my resources, she's on food stamps and welfare. So she's taking resources from the state. When if the children would have been placed with me, who was the provider, there would have been no welfare. There would have been no any of that stuff. And I wouldn't even have asked for child support. So resources, households wouldn't be divided. It's just a little... I mean, we all know. You can't even act like it's not true that women get an unfair advantage in court. It just happens. So maybe if we change societies to be more geared towards fathers and fathers' rights, not the fathers' rights group, but I mean actual fathers' rights, like the right to choose, the right to raise your child. Maybe there'd be less dads walking out. Did any of you women out there think about that? You're so busy worried about how you get treated that I think most of you women don't even think about the way you treat men. And in all reality, the loudest, most vocal women, they're the first ones who will put their hands on a man multiple times. And then if a man defends himself and puts his hands back on her, she'll be the first one to cry to the police. We're not equal. You're trying to make us lesser than you. We are not lesser than you. Fathers are not lesser than mothers. We are at bare minimum equal to mothers. If you want to talk about effort, I'm the primary caregiver for my kids. I work a part-time job. I run a full-time company. I get my kids to every appointment. I make sure they're always at school on time. Someone always picks them up. That sound equal? I know what it means to be the one to stay at home and take care of the kids. In fact, I had to do it. I had to start a company that made that a possibility. Yes, kids are frustrating. Yes, you don't really get a break. But no, it is not the hardest job in the world. So get off of that, moms. It's the most rewarding part of life. And if it's a job, you're doing it wrong. So maybe we should respect fathers more. Treat us like the kings we are. Maybe we'll have less broken homes. Maybe we'll have more kids with better opportunities. That's just my thoughts for Father's Day. This has been Elliott. Have a happy Father's Day. This is I Don't Give a Fuck. I don't know why. Peace.